Welcome one, welcome all, welcome to another exciting episode of Veni, Vidi, Vici. I am Bridger. We've got a bit of a black screen here. Hold on one moment. Game's still loading. There we go. And we're back. We've now tested and approved all of our forest fighting tactics that we learned about in the previous session now. So we're ready to go pushing these barbarians back to the sea and saying goodbye to them forever. Alright. We also accidentally pieced out with, dang it, Epirus got that. We accidentally pieced out with the Macedonians before taking the Achaean territories, so that kind of sucks. But, you know, we'll deal with that later. I think we still have a bigger problem with the Ptolemaic Egyptians, because they seem to have made a bit of a comeback. We had them way down, and they were being attacked by the Ethiopians, and they had some issues in Asia Minor and Anatolia, but they're back, ladies and gentlemen. These areas that had fractured and turned into other, they're all been gobbled up again, basically, by the Ptolemaic Empire. So we're going to have to teach them a lesson and stuff. We got to send our navies back. They're in a bit of a spot of trouble. All right. So all that having been said, we've got to move these armies somewhere else. It's not... I can't send them north because they're just not prepared. But I could make them prepared. But I'd rather keep them together as they are. They're our most veteran forces, I think. These are some of our oldest armies. You can see that most of them have 3 stars at least. So we're getting Assault 1 and Assault 2 here, and then Vanguard is here. This has actually got a bunch of 4-star forces. Gonna come chill here, actually. There we go. So, we have no sound. Why is that? It's weird. There it is. Okay. So, while they're taking care of that problem, our Balkan army probably should just stay here in the Balkans, just in case. We did get peace with the Gothans, did we not? No, we're still at war with the Gothans, as I recall, because we wanted to take this from them. I would like a client state somewhere over here. Maybe we can get the Roxolani to at least be cooperative with us. I just want a hard border here with a nation I can trust to attack me face to face instead of these backstabbing situations. Okay. That all having been said, Forest Army 2, currently in need of some rest and recovery for this Bohemian warband. And I think they actually need another Bohemian warband, right? Yeah. We're waiting on one more being delivered from Bohemia. Where else? Because of that, I'm actually going to bring it back. Where's the Bohemian home area? There it is. Alright, so we basically wiped out the previous horde. So now I'm going to go try to conquer these areas again. Now this Forest Assault 1 can go and make their move here. And this is the force that had to chase all the way down south, but they're going to make their moves all the way up here. This actually needs roads, needs real roads. So maybe they can build roads in it on their way up. But this should be part of our nation because it's part of our province here. We care about that pretty deeply. Now these guys, these Aiuti, they're wary of us. They're not going to do anything. Certainly not going to be a client state of ours. They don't like us very much. After we get control... Are we still at war with these guys? Semnia? Sorry, no, these are the Burgundy. We're not at war with them. We're just going to grab these territories here, maybe. And then once we've got the duty surrounded, that's when we strike. We've stabilized our money income and our metal income, but we can't afford any more armies. We've got as many as we can get. So we've got the 3 forest armies, 1 field army here, and 1 field army here. This one lacks the cataphracts, so it's not as good a field army, but there aren't many strong forces here to deal with either. I think we're just going to drive the Gothans back to their capital and take it. And these guys have recovered enough so that they can do it. Gothica Satirier. I don't know what we need in order to build that, but I wouldn't mind getting another one of these. You know what? Let's just go through here first. Then we can go up there. That way we take the province. Ooh, and we can build public works on our way out. Do good things for people. And they'll love us for it, obviously. Okay, I think we've got our plan. One of our forest armies is falling back to get some new forces. Our main Germanic army is heading up. Our first Germanic army is here already. This one's probably going to lose the cataphracts once we get past any... Like, this is the last 2 field areas. Oh, no, there's 2 here. So we do have to use them here, too. So here and here, we need to make sure we use our field armies properly to take them. After that, we can rid ourselves of the cataphracts and send them back home. This army was really just staying here in order to build the paved roads, which they've now done. Looks like they can build paved roads here too, so we just got to move up here and try building paved roads. We found out we can't go through, what is it, Nicaea with paved roads because they're mountains, unfortunately. But we do have paved roads here, and we'd like to have them here. And I think north is just hills. We could have them all the way up here, but it would take a lot of building to do it, and I don't know if it's worth it at this point. We just have to have the forces in the right place. Okay, so, forces done. Let's look at buildings. These guys are all about infrastructure and culture. The tavern doesn't provide a lot of culture. We could also get a barracks, but we're really not recruiting here. We're really not. A harbor does let units come to and from this easier, but I don't think it's worth it. We're going to cycle. Now down here, this is turning into a money area. We're missing a bonus from copper, but wow, money and culture. And a pretty massive loyalty boost. Of all the different things we could get here, a Naumachia. Is this better than, like, I don't know, a racing track? We do have all the bonuses satisfied. So I think we do this. Lots of money and culture there. Here we've got 4 red buildings. We're going to upgrade the walls while we've got it. Oh yeah, massive walls would be fantastic here. Is this... Let's look at the infrastructure option. Let's get infrastructure instead. We'll get walls eventually, but this whole region desperately needs infrastructure. Look how spread out they are. They're building too many things and not enough infrastructure. Now up here, red buildings would be good, but so would food and culture. Let's take the green one. This is an area we wanted to turn into a red area. How's the infrastructure in this region, or this province, rather? It's actually much better than you would think. So let's take the green for now. Interesting. We got money and we got food. Sculpture shop. No. I keep seeing that, and I think if we had marble and ivory along with copper, or even just one of those two with copper, then it might be worthwhile, but otherwise it's just not. A caravan house would be great for this location, but we really need infrastructure so they can get better roads. Probably same here? No, they've already got good roads here. An irrigation system would help. A crafter district is a free slot. And, you know, we're going to be producing some money here just because of taxation. So we might as well use the crafter district to increase it. Now this hasn't really been organized into a province yet. So we have to consider infrastructure and then loyalty. I don't want to use the gambling if I can avoid it. How's everybody doing today? I don't know if we have anybody watching because we're later than normal. I forgot, on Sundays I always have a game scheduled in the morning, so I couldn't do it this morning. Land expansion. Ooh, a paved road up here. Sure thing. Let me come back to that one. A builder's hall would be good. A furnace would be good, except that we'd have to buy money from somewhere. So let's get a builder's hall. Hang on, 23 turns is a lot. Let's get an aqueduct. Unless this region is desperately in need. No, I think it's okay on infrastructure. Yeah, irrigation canal seems correct. A crafter district. If we don't get this, we've got a better chance of getting fishery, coastal market, regular market, etc. I think that's probably what we want to do. Let's look for another better yellow building first. Courthouse for decadence. Let's get the big walls just because that's still kind of close. That could be in the line of fire. We don't even have a barracks here, really? We kind of need it. This is where we're raising all of our legions. Can't just not have a barracks here. And while I would love to get sewers or a large mill, we'll have to come back for them, I think. Damn it. Yeah, I need to make sure any replacement legions are really strong. A builder's hall. Yep, that's needed here. This one we had to come back to. I think the preserved food store is the right call because we need more percent. There we go. Okay, we're good to go for the next turn. So we're getting back a territory that once was ours. Yeah, that's automatic. Don't have to look at that. Oh. Not sure where these guys came from. They weren't there a moment ago. Good news, we're attacking and we have the right general. So, this should still go in our favor. Who is this? This is Forest Assault 1. I think they've still got plenty of power. I don't think they've been weakened in any way. Everything's lined up properly with the archers in row 2. And everybody's got full effectiveness. Alright, yeah, this should go our way. I hope. So archers are targeting their skirmishers for some reason, but also some of their frontline troops. Oh, because exhausted skirmishers actually don't provide their bonus. That's kind of useful. Wow, there's a lot of extra troops here. A pursuit phase could hurt us very badly. But instead, we're going to crush them because they have no support and we have a +3 support. And those guys were exhausted by our archers. Those guys were exhausted by our archers. Now it's time for our cavalry to shine. Yeah. Get 'em. Now those guys, they're going to disappear again. I don't know how they keep disappearing. Maybe they're not. Maybe we're going to have to fight again. Over here... Oh, some Germanic independents came in, and they're going to be attacking our units. I don't know if we're going to get... Yeah, we'll get the terrain defense bonus for the forest, at least, I think. We tired some of them out, but not much. Yeah, so we can maybe win this on luck. Not with that luck. Nope. Nope. They got us. More of these damn Germanic independents. We need one more army just to clean up the mess while we're expanding with these others. The good news is we do have one army that's going to rest and recover that can come up and deal with those guys that just took over the objective. Also, that kind of is cheating. When we get the objective again, we'll lose 10 more or 20 more % of our age, which isn't right, but... All right. Nope, the Belgae will be going down soon enough. Where are the Dardarni? Meh. So these forces we're going to be merging. And this army needs to come north and grab that back. This army's going after the... Do we go after the last of the Gothans here and then go around? I think we do. We can take this, then this, then this, and then get their final area. I hope. Now the Roxolani, oddly enough, have almost identical colors to the Gothans. I think that's just luck. There's only so many colors you can use. So here's the Romans that are supposed to come and merge with this force. Specifically, I think the Gallic, the Germanic army needs them. Uh-oh, there's the biggin. There's the biggin. I dare not send any of my armies against it at the moment. We'll just have to play defense. I could try going around... just so I'm doing something with this army. This army's coming up here to build roads, so that we at least have another way in here that isn't blocked. This area definitely could use some public works. Actually, let's cycle and build a different one. These guys will be public works, and then they'll come conquering this direction, maybe. We'll see. Even though that's a plains army, we can deconstruct it and make it into a forest army. Okay. So those armies are set. These other ones are still going to their final destinations. The ships are back in port. We built 2 new light cavalry to go and meet up with somebody that's missing it. Which army is missing light cavalry? They've got it. They've got it. They've got it. I think we built those by mistake, the more I'm looking at this. So, this Rome army can disband. Doesn't need to cost us anything. This little army here is just guys that we're trying to get the +1 on. There we go. And we actually have 2 of them with +1. So what I'm going to do is make these into a separate army and have them go replace another army that doesn't have +1. So we'll cycle them in and out. So let's see if we can't find an army with legions that is missing +1s. And you know who we should do it with? We should do it with the guys over here in Asia Minor. Let's check these guys. Yep. Any of the, we can definitely send it over to Asia Minor and find somebody over there that will need the +1s. So it's this army here. Yes, +1. So we'll send it here. And once it gets there, that's when we'll send the other one back. Ideally, there would always be an army in Rome doing the armor upgrades, but probably won't have it be that lucky. Now this guy's was going to build a paved road. Yay! All right. So this forest assault army successfully defeated one big enemy army, and now we're besieging this to take it over. It was under Roman rule for a while, but it took us a bit. Okay, let's do some cities here. Here we built an irrigation system last time. Brickwork could help, but I also... it's an upgrade, but it's more decadence. Let's not get more decadence if we can avoid it. Newly conquered area here. Probably could use a sawmill. Do we build... I think we build a Roman camp here on our way out. Because even though, yeah, Roman roads are good, the camps will help us retain these areas. So this here in Brittany built solid walls last time. A brickwork would help, and scriptorum would help a lot. Ooh, a coin maker where all bonuses are satisfied. We have gold, silver, and copper here as bonus resources. Hello! Hello! Fantastic. I do not know what that... I was just doing... That made no sense. Monument to get us the culture. Yeah, we got to increase our culture constantly in order to keep up with this decadence. This is a cultural area, but it's also a monetary hub. We're only missing olive oil. That's a pretty good pick. A furnace also has all the bonuses and gets us the metal that we need. Amphitheater for big culture bonus. Yes, yes, yes. This is culture and food. A courthouse helps with the decadence. A prison would be a great pick. I basically have to build it in all my big cities to keep the decadence down. A preceptor house here, or a coastal fortress to get us closer to one of their military academies. That has a lot of appeal to me right now. I'm doing enough for the decadence elsewhere. Let's get those military academies a little closer. I know it's turns and turns away. We're working on the infrastructure over there. Give it time. We'll at least get an extra, I don't know, what is it, 12 here? That's not nothing. That's an extra 2 or 3 per. And where are the other areas that are doing infrastructure? That will help at least a little bit. Now, why is it only +4? Because they're still Hellenic. Oh, and we got the military academy as an option. That's why this infrastructure area here is not going to be upgraded for a long time. Damn it. Maybe we do this, which helps a little bit everywhere. This is building a barracks, but then it could build like a wheelmaker or something right after that. So that should be good. That will get us more infrastructure for this province, which it desperately needs. It's just too low. 172 is not enough for this many areas in the end. Anyway, okay, so we're done with that. Everybody's still moving. Let's grab a couple more provinces here. Should get at least 2 this turn. No, 3, if things go correctly. And hopefully we won't lose any. Yep. Now this might be difficult. We did get to attack, and I think a lot of these are going to be like garrison type troops. See, it seems empty, and then when I walk in there, suddenly there's 90 power worth. But I think we've got this one. Yeah, a lot of it's urban militia. So they don't have any real skirmishers here, which is what it comes down to. And that exhausted a lot of them. This is going to be these 2 center ones are going to be the toughest. As long as they don't lose drastically here, we'll be okay. I can't believe they got a 10 on that. They did it again! The 2 places they had the best possible... But we both had 10s on that each time. That was crazy. I think we still might have the pursuit phase. Yeah. Unfortunately, we did take a few hits there. So that Legion might need to stop and maybe build some camps and things. Camps, roads, you know, the works. Got to get triple the score of the second-ranked empire. The Ptolemaic Egyptians were not even double them yet. But if we can just take over a bunch of their areas, we'll add huge amounts to our legacy income and drain theirs. Ideally, the areas in Egypt would be the best places to grab, but the areas that I'm most logistically capable of taking are in Anatolia. Hang on. Something about Roxolani wanted something. Oh, Roxolani wants a cooperation agreement. Yeah, I think I asked that, but now they do want it. Now, province-wise, we don't care about this one right now. We just want to get these up here. These guys can build another camp on their way out. I think building the camps and the roads are some of the most powerful advantages the Romans have. The camps specifically. I haven't really taken advantage of it in the past because I thought the camps used a slot up, but the fact they don't even use a slot is crazy. These guys are going to build a camp as well. That'll at least give some walled protection. I don't know that we need to upgrade all these to limes. We might do it in the future, but not right now. Alright, so the northern forces are good. These guys, yeah, they're probably just going to keep sieging this. 24 is too big. We don't like that at all. I don't want to waste our time. These guys... Actually, they were just building us some roads before. They're going to build a Roman camp again, just in case. I mean, not just in case. We're probably going to get into it with Epirus eventually. They're the only other big empire here anywhere near us. And we're allies right now, but we're not going to be forever. So if that's the case, we want to make sure they can't blast through this area. This area is going to have all of the walls that we can give to it. Okay, so let's check out... Geez, these other armies are taking forever to get down where they need to go. My hope is that this area that we conquered from the Macedonians is safe-ish from any attack right now. Epirus is mostly the neighbor. Dacia is probably not going to go with us. But I got to leave it empty right now. The closest person that can respond is the Balkan army. And I don't want to leave this area. This needs to get the protection it can. The local forces crushed the invaders. The defense repelled the invaders. Because we've been making sure these have nice unbreached walls. And also... garrisons. Oh, interesting. Because this is a capital. So, when we create a province, it automatically creates an Imperial Legion camp. Which means we can't build other things there. Anyway, so he's building that. And then I think I'm going to have him come back to the capital and try to get built up like the other ones. Oh. Campania's... Oh, that's interesting. When we disbanded an army, it may have increased the growth, or it maybe just grew just by chance. Clothing manufacturer is 66. Damn! That's a lot of money. Their health bonus is 16? That's absolutely atrocious. We have to cycle and get a better health for that region. I gotta pay attention. See, 65. Now that's a good health bonus. Now here, a delicacy shop is decent for money, but also culture. But do we want to take up a slot with a level 1 building? I don't think we do. Even archery, it's like... Well, this is where I'm raising my skirmisher cavalry, like my medium cavalry. No, I'm not. Actually, I'm raising my light cavalry here. Medium cavalry are provincial, because I have decent provincial cavalry in a number of different places. A market does seem like the right place to start here, but we could upgrade to a large quarry for a health penalty. Let's go with the market. Or sanitation is good. Our center area here, with only 30% health, could certainly benefit from a physician house. Man, they could also benefit from a theater, but I'm going to get the physician house for growth. This one's fine on health. Anything over 50 is pretty good. Oh boy, a bank. This isn't set up to be a bank, though. It just isn't. There's only 2 other infrastructure buildings we can build here, and they're not all great. The clay pit is slightly better than the charcoal pile. And it would provide stone, which we already have access to. I don't think that's the best pick. A barracks isn't super necessary either. A gladiator school is a smallish amount of decadence for a decent amount of loyalty. Yeah, okay, I'll take it. Now, over here, this has got to be some kind of infrastructure increase. Now, this is only a 7 increase. There are better options here, and we need them now. So I'm thinking we cycle this and look for a better infrastructure option. We might get that eventually there, but not right now. This needs infrastructure because it can't build roads until it gets that. A builder's hall here wouldn't be out of the question. But I feel like the farm, the stud here might be more necessary at the moment. Actually, we also have to consider a weapons manufacturer. It produces weapons, and it's right adjacent to a bunch of areas. So let's do that. Here, is that a barracks? Yeah, this is the region where we've been doing a lot of recruiting in the north. So let's make sure there's enough barracks there to do it right. Large quarry. I hate doing that for that health penalty. There are other better options for infrastructure. We could just do those. And a logistics depot doesn't seem so good. So maybe we get a stables here? Because this is where we get Rete Cavalry. So maybe we do a stables, which can unlock a better stable, master stable dude or whatever. This is the capital. So red buildings, we've already got a lot of them. We don't need a level 1 red building here. A tannery for the money. Or an aqueduct for growth. We don't have a barracks in the capital. We've got to cycle for a barracks here. That's a good caravan house. All bonuses satisfied and a commerce bonus increase? Hell yeah. This area actually needs the roads, but provincial units are the ones that we get here, so we wouldn't mind a barracks. A scriptorum? No. I think we gotta go with the food. Oh wow, we've got a lot of food buildings already built here. A granary is probably the better option, so let's wait on that and get a granary. Man, I avoid the pleasure house every time. I do not need it. I don't want it. Stop giving it to me. Wash house. Deep here. This is supposed to be money-based, so we got to actually start making that happen. Down here, a vineyard actually generates quite a bit of food usually. 7 and it's kind of okay-ish. Seems like it should be higher than that, but I think the sewers is a good place because it doesn't use a slot. Because it's underground, you see. Huh. This is supposed to be money and culture. And we're going to try to do that without the decadence. A blacksmith is good, too, for the metal. Not a lot of metal, but, you know, every little bit helps. Now, these areas without salt houses, they're sad. They would prefer to have salt houses. A fortune teller is good because it only costs a little bit of infrastructure and it gives us precious, precious loyalty without any decadence. So we've done that. We don't want a physician house necessarily. It always offers us a noble district. I bet noble district unlocks new and better stuff in the culture department. I bet it does. But we're not going to build it here. A copperworks is the way it goes. All right, that's all done. Let's look at the next turn. We're moving along at quite a clip here, I think. Probably because none of you are saying anything. Lurking in the dark there. I am devastated because I think I'm about halfway through Half-Life Alyx, and it's freaking amazing, and I don't want it to end. I finally got my Oculus Rift S set up with a decent graphics card and everything, and it's great. It's so good. That game is amazing. This should be all in our favor, because our archers are just so much better. Now this one without the exhaustion is going to be okay. Wow! That's a big difference. Yep, we got that. Okay. Over here, ooh, this army might not do so well in the forest, to be honest. Oh no, this one was designed for forests. Okay, good. We're good. Yeah. Added one more province to the empire. Oh no, we're sieging this down now. Oh, that's annoying. Oh no! Roxolani took the objective. Now I'm not going to be able to steal it from the Gothans. I'm a little concerned about that. I don't want to go to war with the Roxolani. I'd like them to be my friend. Well, we'll just have to take that as the counterbalance to the fact that I got one objective twice recently. And that is one of the reasons that I think the game is a little bit easier than it otherwise should be. Oh, we get a golden age. This status age goes down by 20% whenever you conquer an objective. Now, in the case I lost it to raiders and then reconquered it, it shouldn't go down, right? Losing it should actually make it go up by 20% or something to counteract, 25% maybe, to counteract it. But it also is set up in such a way where if I conquered this from the Gothans and then made peace from them, and as part of the peace deal demanded that they give me that territory permanently, the game counts it as conquering it again. So it's easier to get rid of that age decadence thing than it should be. That is not intended, according to the designer, and he's going to fix it in the next patch. So we took this back. Now what? Are these guys good to go? They're going to spend one turn here, I think. Because they've got a couple of guys here that, well, they got one guy that took an effectiveness loss, but I don't want to chance it. These guys have some good veterancy now. I do not want to lose them on the track to getting 3 or 4 stars. These guys can build a camp, and these guys can build public works. We're sieging this, and it's just taking forever because we don't have quite enough heavy infantry. Or even medium infantry there. So these guys I had come up here because I wanted them to build public works, and then the next turn they can build roads if they want. But in the meantime, let's build some granary. Now, are we yet in position to attack the Ptolemaic Empire? Let's go look. Basically, yeah. So we've got this Roman army of 2 upgraded soldiers, so we have to pick 2 unupgraded soldiers here. Let's take out this guy and this guy. Split them off, make sure we did this right. Yes, neither of these has been upgraded. Their job is to go back to Rome and get an upgrade. And, oops, these guys that came here with the upgrade, already intact, that's these guys actually, are going to merge with the Vanguard. Now, we're adding a little bit of lower veterancy in here, but that's okay. The Vanguard is still the Vanguard. They'll learn quickly from their friends. So here's how we want to decide this, right? Oh, wow. The Egyptians had a bit of a explosion here. How do we hurt the Ptolemaic Egyptians? They're actually losing their homeland, it looks like, to the Ethiopians. Yep, they're losing a lot of it. And that's where a lot of their legacy income was, so they should have dropped down a lot. Let's look at the numbers. They still didn't drop down by that much. I think they dropped down by like 20. So, we could take this from them, which is 3, 4, 5, 6. That would be a 12-point swing. If we took these 3 provinces, that would be a whole thing. It wouldn't have to necessarily be a very long war. We take these 3 plus these 2 and just call it a day, keeping these 3 under our control. It seems like that wouldn't be a terrible idea. Also, what are their objectives? These are objective areas for them, actually, here. We would take their objective away. That lowers their income as well. So that seems like a decent place to start. But that wouldn't even take that many armies. That would only take 2 armies. We'd have 2 in reserve. Do we send those 2 to try to grab Egyptus Inferior on the coast here? Because, I mean, there's still a lot of legacy coming from, what is that, Alexandria. Either way, I want to reach out to the Ethiopians and see if we can get a cooperation agreement going. We'll see if they accept, just because I feel like we're going to meet in the middle here, eventually devouring the Egyptians. So what's the Egyptians' current status? Their glorious monarchy. And where do they sit on the ranking here? We're in the top third again. They're in the middle third. If we conquer a bunch of their stuff, it actually kind of... It depends on how much culture they're making here, right? If we take a bunch of areas that are making a ton of culture, then that will hurt them. If we're taking areas that don't make a ton of culture, it'll help them. But not by much. Only in a very specific case. Now, I don't like that the Cimbri are coming up against this here, but... You know, I don't really need these areas, actually. I don't want them to be empty, so I'll take them. But, I don't need them, per se. So this army is actually probably going to come and deal with that. And maybe eat its way back through here to make sure that no independent armies appear here, and that the Cimbri don't get it either. So that's mission accomplished. These other guys are going to stand tall doing what they're doing. They've already got orders. Okay. So I think this is the turn we declare war on the Ptolemaic Egyptians. I don't want it to be a long war. I just want to, boom, grab a whole province from them in a lightning-fast attack. So let's send 2 of them, 2 armies, to go up here and just siege both of these down. We don't even need to assault them right away. Just siege them down. It'll take a few turns. And then the other 2 armies go this way. That's my plan. Rule the world. One fleet's going to need to go this way and blockade them. The other fleet's going to need to come down here. The best fleet is going to need to come down here. We can't have the Egyptians showing us up. All right. So Assault 2, just prepare. The Vanguard is going to go over here and maybe go start to besiege this, or maybe attack it. Vanguard's good at attacking things. This is the turn we should make sure all our generals are in the right place, right? So the Vanguard's got a good general. The Assault 2 has a decent general. Asia Minor Army is good for defense. That's fine for now. And Assault 1 is good for offense. Do we have another offensive general we could give to this guy? Nope. That's why we need more military academies. Actually, our best general is sitting up here for no dang reason, so let's give him to the Asia Minor Army. So now everybody's got at least an attack. And our Vanguard, most important, has also a defense just in case. All right. Everybody's ready. The Vanguard fleet can be stationed at Rhodes to start this, and the Aegean defense fleet is actually going to go up here because it needs to go cut off this Parthenius. That should be good. We've also got the Italic defense fleet just chilling in port in case something sneaky happens. We don't have an Italic defense army if the Egyptians were to get really cheeky and come up here. And I would worry about that if they weren't also at war with Ethiopia. But they don't have the forces to spare to do something sneaky like that. So, these guys built that. Now they're going to build limes. Then they're going back to Rome. And they're going to get their upgrade and act as another outsourced piece. All right. So, let's go through the buildings. Cycling through. Slave market is definitely a no. Loyalty's unnecessary. This we cycled last turn. What were we looking for? I think we were looking for a barracks, because that's a capital and we want to raise troops in that area. Regional roads, we don't have time to go back and build it, so let's do that. Here, warehouse is good, because we don't need the fortune teller. Oops, we do want the warehouse. This area. I mean, a clay pit, wax workshop is a little bit of money, but importing and producing 2 different trade goods, that's quite good. It's a free slot. This is a capital, so red buildings are usually a good idea. But the amphitheater, a barracks and a capital. Yeah, we should definitely do that. Ooh, that's right. Campania, we were cycling because we were looking for something specific here. We were looking for something better for health, because we realized that these guys do not have any good health. So we've got to fix that. These guys do have good health. And what did we build last time? We built an archery. So we've got one more slot here. We never built a harbor here, right? We just got like a landing strip or something. An anchorage. We've got to build a harbor. It's an upgrade for the anchorage, but it does take a slot. But the upgrade for this, the major harbor, is super important for these areas that are economic powerhouses. So let's keep that going. That's kind of a weak sauce thing. Let's not even consider that. Coastal fortress would be fine, but not a city guard. Noble gardens is a lot of culture. Everything except wild beasts? Yeah, we'll get that. Up here, we were just talking about securing this, so massive walls seems like the appropriate option. Roads could use a builder's guild because it's green. A land reclamation. Ooh, no! We need a warehouse here or something else. Same with this. Builder's guild would be kind of perfect. It's just gonna take forever. Forever. That whole region is short on infrastructure just because I haven't really designed it very well yet. So I guess what we're going to do is when the Master Fletcher is done in Troada, we're just not going to build anything else. And this here in Mysa, this actually could use an infrastructure building. We're only going to build infrastructure buildings here from now on. And just let everything else go by the wayside. Just use what infrastructure we have to build more infrastructure buildings in the meantime until we get back up to a decent place. We're building huge things and we don't have a lot to spare to do it. This is actually -9 infrastructure for some reason. I'm not 100% sure, but that's just the way it goes. All right, so before we go, we've got to declare war on the Egyptians again, because we're getting into position to attack them. Oh, AE in Greek is pronounced EE in English. So it is the Ethiopians. Interesting. Well, that would explain why it sounds the same. Oh, their fleet was just traveling through and it got absolutely crushed. Good news. Ah, crap. Who is... Oh, no. Our legions. They're dead. They're dead. They were going home. They were going to get a new shiny set of armor. I didn't realize I was sending them home on the same turn I was declaring war. If there was just one turn earlier, they would have been home free past the Aegean. And it was very unlikely that they would have been caught. Alright, I've got to build another Roman or two now. Another couple of legions in the capital. It's going to be expensive, but they're worth it. How's it going, Radical Hippo? Are you Greek? How do you know this? Or do you just study the ancient tongues for fun? Brigantes. Brigantes. Yeah, we'll agree with that. We don't want to fight them. Yeah, we know. So where's... Oh, yeah, so we gotta deal with them too. That's annoying. The Saxons are still our client state? They're gone. They don't exist anymore. Oh, here they are. Can we absorb them? No, we can't even do anything with them. They're looking for a homeland. They're probably walking over here to try to grab it, at which point I have to absorb them. Slaves conquered one of our regions? I don't remember authorizing that. What? I guess we'll have to go back. We have to go back. So I guess assault this pitiful city and then go deal with this. Ah, we lost a 0-2 general. We have a new objective. Oh! We have new things to take then. I guess we need to hold more of... It's not going to be quite as lightning a war as we originally had hoped. Is what it comes down to. Bithynia is not at war with us, right? I guess Bithynia is at war with us. Are they allied with the Egyptians? They are. Okay, well, we'll take Bithynia then. Okay, I have more things to attack than I thought I did. But that's okay. Wait, what about Dacia? Is Dacia also allied with them? No, Dacia is allied with me. Apparently. Yeah, okay, good, good. One less thing to worry about. That's one less thing to worry about. So those guys are going to sneak in and grab Bithynia over there. If we take both Bithynian areas, they're gone. We get them out of... Oh, no, there's one way over here and up here. Damn it, Bithynia. You scary. All right. The Asia Minor army is going to come and besiege this. Then Assault 2 is going to come and besiege that. And our main Vanguard fleet is going to come and defend this. Now, they do need some defensive generals. Good, good, good. The other navy already has a defensive general. Excellent. And they... Crap. Besieging Bithynia is going to be a giant pain. Because we can't block both sides. Unless Epirus blocks one side and we block the other. They might do that. What is this? An Egyptian army? Attacking Byzantium? We are not at war with Byzantium, but if the Egyptians take it, that will make it easier for us to take it. From the Byzantians. Okay, I think everybody here has orders. Does everybody here have a general? Let's make sure nobody died where we didn't know. That's okay, he doesn't need a general. He's good. Alright, I think we're good. Oh, we built an extra archer here, and I don't remember what force that was supposed to go to. Let's check. It looks like... Yeah, this force was going to need the extra archer. Okay, so you go find him. Hopefully you won't get ambushed along the way. So the Vanguard actually should go just into Bithynia and besiege it. Oh, they don't even have walls, so we'll just take it. Alright, so the local Italic defense fleet, there's no real way to patrol with them, so it is what it is. Now this, how is this still taking forever? Take it out. They're down to scraps in there, I'm sure. Alright, so this Germanic army, not designed to go after these, is designed to go after this. They can go and fight here. This is the last area that's not owned by the Aiuti that we need the cataphracts and the auxilia in, and the extra legions and everything. Speaking of extra legions, we were going to raise at least, let's build one, and this guy finished upgrading the limes. He's going to come back here and join the forces that are slowly being upgraded by the Master Armorsmith. And in the east, they're assaulting this, so we'll retake that in a second. These guys, what do they have to do? Do we declare war on the Burgundy next turn and take it? It'll be easy. I think we do. So who's going to take it? These guys or these guys? Let's have these guys take Burgundy, and these guys can go and grab this. Then we will have completely swallowed the Aiuti. Aiutii? You're right. Aegis. I thought it was Aegis. Because I would see, like, sci-fi names for, like, a special type of shield generator or something, and it would be called an Aegis ship. And it wasn't until, I don't remember what I saw, some movie or something that had, like, an Aegis defender, and I was like, isn't that Aegis? But we do pronounce it Aegean, right? I have never heard anybody called it the Aegean. Oh, encyclopedia! You're right, that's why it's pronounced. I don't think I've ever spelled encyclopedia right once in my life. Spell check has had to help me there. And you're starting a new game as Athens, as we call it in the South. There are a whole number of cities in the U.S. named after European cities, and in part to differentiate them, and maybe in part out of ignorance, but probably more just to differentiate them from the actual European cities they were named after. They are pronounced very differently. I grew up next to a town called Berlin. Not Berlin, Berlin. And that's very subtle. It's just a subtle change in the emphasis. But then we've got Athens in Georgia, I believe. Not Athens, but Athens. There's a couple other examples I can't remember off the top of my head now. But Berlin always confused me. All right, over here. A mill. A mill is always good. Potter's Workshop. That seems like an awfully weak entry into this possible place. You know what? Actually, a noble district importing marble is pretty useful. Oh, and we need the loyalty. We need the loyalty here really badly. Holy crap. I haven't really paid attention to that, but I haven't built a loyalty building in a long time. Okay. Well then. Ooh, a Master Fletcher right next to our capital? You know what we're going to do? We're going to take one of these guys and one of these guys and have them, two of these guys, we'll have them work on culture. That's not enough to increase the loyalty. Okay, well, hopefully we won't get any national destructive modifiers. Now, we did say we wanted, what is that, a necropolis? Holy culture, Batman! And it's got decadence reduction and a culture bonus? Yeah, let's take that. I had other ideas of what to do there, but that seems fairly rare and awesome. How is our average of historical so much higher than our current? Our current loyalty-weighted culture. Maybe our loyalty went down in some places. That's why. I don't know. An academy. Great. Loyalty here is fine. We're not building anything here. Here, probably a public works is first thing first. You know, we do need to do is have at least 3 people down here just to build some culture a little bit faster. Ooh, we don't even have public works here yet. Ugh. They are going to take a while, but after the just conquered modifier goes away and the under pacification modifier goes away, we'll be in good shape. The Lassen Temple is good for reducing decadence. Doesn't convert anybody, but this is a place we're focusing on the culture. So let's do it. The capital should probably use red buildings, unless the fair. The fair is really good. Let's get that. We'll get red buildings later. Down here, infrastructure reigns supreme. We need a warehouse here. That's what we need. This is not a cap. They're slowly turning from circles into squares. You see that? We're finally getting our culture to be dominant. And when it does, it changes from a circle city into a square city. Right angles are superior. No, we can take the monument. Alright, over here. Builder's Hall is good. Here we were going to build nothing unless it was infrastructure, and a warehouse is exactly what we need. Alright, everything's good to go. We've got the green light. T-minus 3, 2, 1. Invade Egypt. And also kill those guys. So we went here. This is a plain, no question. We just win this one. Even though they have 30 units. You see this? We actually have enough cavalry to stretch all the way out to the sides. If we were planning on fighting in the plains, we'd have an extra 2 archers for this, at least. But as it is, we're still going to crush them. Eight to 5. We don't even need a good leader. 9 to 4. Goodbye. 9 to 4. Goodbye. There's just no coming back from that. Or that. And now they don't have any other bonuses because they have no more skirmishers, but I guess we don't either. But the cataphracts are good on offense. That was a tie, but now we get to... oh, okay. Now we get to flanking maneuver through to the backside area. This is really good experience for our troops, I think. They're mostly experienced anyway. That would be nice to see on the result page, you know, how many units gained experience. Oh, 2 units became veterans, and 1 unit became an elite, and 1 unit became, you know, whatever. That's the way a Roman army is supposed to fight. Now, this is in a forest. Son of a bitch. You know how much we don't like forests at all. This one could go against us. Especially because I think they have a really good defensive general, and none of our archers are in the back row. Damn it all to hell. The good news is they don't have very good units. They have the 2 palace guards, but that's it. So even if the 2 palace guards get some good hits in on our legions, the rest will just buckle. Although that wasn't assured either way. Oh, hang in there. Alright, there. Can we get him here? That might be still a draw. Damn it. Alright, but they're weakened. All those flank guys. Here, we're fighting, and we won. Here's another tough one. The Egyptians have reinforced them. That's not good. Now they actually have frontline troops. Damn it! It was the vanguard's in trouble because it's a... Whoever thought we'd find a forest in the middle of Anatolia? As far as I'm concerned, it's all rocks and hills. But I've never been there, so that makes sense that I would be wrong. There we go. Can we get another one of those lucky rolls? Anybody? Bueller? Best chance we can get is actually if we can outlast this turn process. I don't think we can, but if we can outlast it and retreat and remove our cataphracts and a whole bunch of legions, we'll fight so much better in the forest that way. This should be a plain, right? No, this is a forest, and we've got the forest army here with only 6 legions up front. This is what a forest battle looks like when we do it right. The battle ended in a draw. Oh boy, just because there's so many more of them. So this... Oh, they're attacking us. And they're siege... They're attacking the siege units. I think we might win this. Because we've got all the strongly fortified, terrain defense 3, and we've even got some Italian foot in there to help hold the line. Sorry that's so loud. I have to keep remembering to turn that down. Yeah, I think we got this. But not by much. There we go. Get your cavalry out of here. They weren't even supported by anything. Alright, so this is a nice, clean win against the Egyptians. I'm concerned about the vanguard force, though. Oh, yeah, we got 3 more guys. The vanguard force is going to fight again. Oh! Oh, the Egyptians left! Now the Bithynians are back on their own. The tides have turned! Mm-hmm. Now you've got 0 effectiveness on your skirmishers here. Which means they can't do... And the last other couple are exhausted. Excellent. Now this... Again, these 2 palace guards are going to be real tough. Lucky we got a stalemate there. Slightly better roll. They're exhausted and they're still managing to hang on because we don't have any good support units. Alright, but we got them. Oh! Okay, but now we gotta win these 2. Yeah! And then we'll be at pursuit. I think we got it. Yes! Whew! That was close. I need to pay attention to the terrain a little bit more. So Bithynia's out of play in that province. Here... Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Oh, this went to a draw last time? Ugh. I thought we crushed them. How are we the attackers? I thought we fought in this place already. Gulp. Oh, it fought to a draw because they had such a big force. That's right. But now they're all exhausted and we're not. Because we didn't lose too many battles in that last fight. These guys... They have fresher guys, but the archers just made short work of them. Yeah! Alright. Taking them off the board. Now, what is this? We went after Bithynia here? And the Ptolemaic Egyptians showed up and got killed. Okay. Those were the Egyptians that were besieging Byzantium. Alright. That was a tough fight for that Bithynian area. But we made it. We didn't lose anybody in the vanguard. They took some hits. They're going to need some time to recover, but They didn't lose anybody. Gained a lot of XP, especially for those new troops that were added to the Vanguard, I'm sure. Oh! We've got a new leader. Maybe he's not so terrible at... Maybe he's not so terrible at military. He's not. He's actually a very good diplomat. 10 extra chances per turn to improve relationships with other nations. Decadence gain reduced and loyalty up. This guy's great. You better get better health than that, buddy. I'm counting on you living for another couple 20 years. So we're besieging these guys. Wow, even without having to blockade the port, we're still doing real well here. So, these guys are going to chill here and build that Roman camp. Let's take a look at this real quick. So these are the only two forested areas I had to worry about. The rest is either plains or hills, and my Vanguard's good in both of those. It's better in plains, but we're actually going to get rid of 2 of these Auxilia. The Vanguard doesn't need them. They've got plenty of legions, and the Auxilia are just going to take the place of archers that would be much better in that role, I think. This guy's actually missing an archer too. Huh. We need another archer from here. Jesus criminy, my archers are very expensive now. Holy moly. The Anatolian archers are much less expensive, but the Sagittari are still much better. And this has a Master Fletcher, so if we leave the archer there for a turn, we can make him even better on ranged attack. Or ranged defense, or whatever. Ethiopia didn't want to cooperate. That's okay. Maybe they'll want to cooperate now that we have a much better diplomat for a general. Same base acceptance chance, unfortunately, because it's not a trade deal. So maybe we say cooperation, we also give them a little money. Spice it up a little bit. I'm not seeing the benefit of my my leader in this trade interface. Oh, we plundered the seat of power of Bithynia. That's good. Oh, we lost a general. In where? Here. Huh. Oh, we've got a new good general, a 2-1. Excuse me. So, okay. So we'll take out the Burgundy. We'll get our objective. This legion, this Germanic army, now that it is actually finished all of the areas with open plains, we're going to split off the cataphracts, and gosh, I wish I didn't have to disband them. You know, I'm not going to disband them. I'm just going to send them back to Rome, along with 2 of these legions that don't have the upgrade. Because I believe the cataphracts can also get that armor upgrade. I could be wrong, but I think they can. I know they can get upgraded by something, but... So these guys are both just going to go back to Rome. And the cataphracts, because they are 3 stars, are going to be able to form replacements for any future army that needs it. I don't want to get rid of a 3-star cataphract I can avoid it. All right, I'm going to cut it here, ladies and gentlemen. I know it's a little early today, but that is going to be it. And we'll be back tomorrow, another 2 hours tomorrow morning, and we'll see how things go. Thanks for watching. Talk to you later.